Hello. All right. Okay, it seems to work. Okay, can you hear me? Good. You know, yeah, I'm sorry, a little bit late. So because I just realized that my template, like I don't know how to say that. It's like my overlay of my video was like still for next playground. It was still like it was this. So I'm spending a few minutes to update that. Well, that's I didn't got a chance to how to say I didn't get a chance to put more stuff like so I'm thinking that's probably like here you see that this is the overlay like here like you will see it, so it's basically an image, and what I want to do is probably later like I can have a little text every time about that what I'm talking about, something like that. So, but I mean, I didn't have time to do it this time. But anyway, good to see you. So yeah, so this is just like we can close it. It's fine. All right. So yeah, good to see you again. It's been a while. I know. Okay. So thank you for coming. Actually, you know, it's it's more viewer than I expected, and because like like I'm just throwing these things like at the midnight yesterday, like out of nowhere to say I'm going to streaming this today, and yeah, that is because as I probably mentioned that before, it's like I don't like since the next playground things is already finished, so then actually I would like to start doing like a bit of a random live streaming, and well the idea is not coming like consistently like every week at a time like you have a new idea or something. So I mean idea comes from randomly, and so like yesterday I was thinking I'm probably going to try a little bit about the JSR stuff, and yeah, I'll explain that later. And so I'm thinking, okay, probably we could do it live, and because this is a very new thing, and I'm not so sure, but I guess probably some of you are interested because it's also a good chance to say if you're going to create a new project. Here is like a complete new npm registry for you to play with, and there's a lot of new stuff, and we will see. So we basically today we're going to walk through their documentation, and I haven't read it. I just know what I just know very basic about these things. So we will read it and we will try to figure out if it's a good idea or not, or maybe we still need to wait a little bit. So actually JSR is yeah, I'm just putting it here. It's a new JavaScript package registry, which in a sense it just replaced npm, but it's not replaced npm the client. It's not replaced the npm the CLI. It's rather replaced npm the registry. Well, that's when we're talking about npm. It's actually npm is this one. So when we're talking about npm, it's actually there's a two thing. npm is a registry and also a CLI. And the CLI that we are typing, we have alternative like yum or pnpm, right? And while JXR is on the other hand, it's not the replacement of yum or pnpm, but it's rather a replacement on the npm, the server side, the registry. And so this is being, I think it's being announced a few months ago, and then later, I think it's just like public beta the day before yesterday, and they Rhino, the author of Node, and also currently the author of Dino as well. So I think he announced that at the Dev World conference the day before yesterday, and I was there, but I didn't get a chance to watch the talk because I was on another panel. Yeah, I'm just back from Amsterdam, and so I didn't get a chance to saw the talk, and he talking about why they making it. But from my understanding, it's like I can see that there's a lot of issues. Maybe the design things and something that's lacking from the npm stuff. And npm is not really evolving recently. I don't know why, but this page I think is been there for like a few years and no new features coming out. So I don't know what we would expect, but we'll see how this new registry would help to solve some problem we have. And yeah, I hope I get it clear. I don't know. Yeah. So I don't know. I kind of forgot what I'm talking about. So should we start right into these things? Or yeah, before that, do you have any questions? I don't know if I should answer the question now, but yeah, if you have any questions about these things or about npm or about things, like maybe like we could take those questions and we can read the docs together and to see if they answer those things. Yeah, what's the problem we have with npm registry besides not updating? That's actually a good question. So, I mean, to me, it's like little issues here and there. It's not really a big deal because it's already working well. It's working quite well in a way, but I guess it's probably not optimal, and we'll see. I think they have some reason, right? So I mean probably to get started, let's see why. Let's see how they explain why they need it. Okay, it just it just scroll down, and I was thinking it's not a page, so I created another tab. So I guess the text is big enough to read, right? So it's made for TypeScript. Yeah. So what I know is like JSR allows you to publish TypeScript directly. And so actually, for the context, like JSR is actually brought up by the Dino team. So I think they want. I think the thing is like this project is backed by Dino in a way. Well, that's they try to be agnostic, or like things is like they want to make it working for all the JavaScript ecosystem. So supposedly it should also work for Node or for Dino or for Bump. And but I think Dino has the first class support of this. But I mean Dino itself does support running TypeScript directly, and I think Bump as well. So JSR is designed for TypeScript, and it allows you to publish JavaScript TypeScript source code. And so this is actually my first doubt. I mean, it's okay to publish TypeScript even on npm today. I mean, you can publish any file you want. npm is just like a package that's containing files. Well, that's usually we put JavaScript file. But if you put TypeScript file, if you're using a bundler, it may probably can be grabbed up. Like if the bundler understands TypeScript, even your package like even your npm package that contains TypeScript, it can also work because the bundler will try to read them and will try to parse them, so it should be fine. So what I'm wondering here is like if you say that JSI support TypeScript natively, and how it would work on Node, because I think it's trying to be compatible with npm or something. So yeah, I think the second point says like it's not a replacement to npm, it's a superset. So that means supposedly when you install a JSR package on your Node package, it should be automatically transpile your TypeScript file to JS. That's what I'm expecting. But here comes another problem, is like how you could do it. Because the TypeScript file, like how TypeScript works, it also relies on the tsconfig.json. So that means different package can have a little bit different transpilation rule. or to say if you should like if you should like transpile the new syntax to the old one to compatible with ES5 or something. So we'll see. I think this is my first question is like how it works. You can publish TypeScript, but when you download it, would it compile to TypeScript or would you compile to JavaScript or serve the TypeScript as is? So okay, it says like transpiling your code for close runtime compatibility. So that will be interesting. And I'm not so sure like if in Dino environment, they will just keep the TypeScript as is and we'll see. Okay, I saw this. You already have a long discussion in the chat. I need to read a little bit. I'm a slow reader, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. Another question is like, does each library author have to publish both npm or package if or JSR if they want to support both? And I don't know. I think we need to figure it out. So I have a lot of I have a lot of library, and from my point of view, it's like if it doesn't need to be republished, to say if it mirrors forwards all the package on npm, it kind of inherits all the problems npm has. So what I see is like it seems to be a new complete independent registry from npm. So it got a lot of chance to fix a lot of things like npm has, like naming issues or like squatting on some package. Like you can have some package name like it haven't been updated for 5 or 10 years, but it doesn't have anything, but it just reserve the name, and you cannot take that name because there is already some package having it. So we'll see. But on the other hand, the good part is like if you have a new registry, it can be good for you can have a better design or like you can solve a lot of history problem. But the downside is like you basically losing all the ecosystem because all the package suddenly doesn't work. So you need to wait until all the package being migrated to JSR and in order to use it. Well, I guess they will figure out a middle ground for that. So we'll see. So it says like it's built on npm. So it supposedly it should works for existing project and any project with a node modules folder. So it still keeps the node modules folder. Yeah. Which I think like this is something that Dino is trying to get rid of, but I think it's just there forever, I guess, because there are so many tools it's building on this convention. So it's not a really easy way to just you say that we're not going to do web node modules. But yeah, I think this time they don't solve it because this is more like a client behavior, right? This is a registry. So this is registry like to say how it serves those cases. Okay. Hey, Luca. Yeah, I saw your comment. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. From what I saw it today, what I saw here, and I think I know that JSI and npm can coexist. But we'll take that to that things later, I guess. And also like I only read the statement about like how you can use them together. Well, I think I need to give it a try to see how it can works. Or like at least like how the how the library author should take an action. Should they do anything about like publish their library to JSR, or they just keep it as is? Yeah. Okay, so it works. Yeah, I think this is quite important. It's like it's supposed to work on any runtime, and this is also for me it's quite important because before like there's a standard or there's a things like that. It's like there's a lot of package that's assume that you always working with a bundler and doesn't work on Node for SSR or something. And so I think the effort to pushing these things is great. So it'll try to let us like all the libraries to be compatible and universal, so it can be reused, other than like this package works with bundler and breaks on a certain platform. So, and also like it kind of restricts you to use a subset of certain features. And yeah, but who don't like universal, right? So okay, so this is why. Um so to be honest, I'm not really convinced about. I think this is a feature of JSR. I think which is great, but it doesn't answer why we need a new registry or so. So we'll see. Okay, here should be much better. Okay. Okay. You can read it. Okay, and also like of course you can open your own browser page and to read it, because I might score it, so I don't want to interpret your reading. So yeah, feel free to open another page. It's jsr.io. Okay, so I think here, okay. Okay, a few reasons. So I'm still in doubt of native TypeScript support. So we will see. I mean, it's still very good feature for if you are creating a new library. That will be a lot easier. Like you can save a lot of tools to bundling your code, to transpile your code. But I mean, for existing project, we already using build tools. I'm still a little bit doubt about it, because I don't know what the registry would do with with the TypeScript I push. So you can transpile to something else that's might break, because like during the transpiling process it might break something, and this is something you don't control. Well, that's if it's a build tool, you can verify them, you can test them. Well, that's if you push it to the registry, it's like you can't lose the control of what did you finally deliver to the user, and that really relies on how good the transpiling works. And also we'll see. And okay, so this is very cool. ESM only. So I'm actually as a library author, I would actually recommend to say we should publish dual module. Dual module means that dual format actually. So you what for one package you push both ESM and the CJS. So if someone like calling these libraries with CJS code, it will be imported as CJS, and if it's ESM, you'll be using ESM. It's actually giving and clear. It's kind of giving you a middle ground that's both during the migration for CJS and ESM can both use this library. Well, I mean, this is for existing library. And to go into ESM only, I guess you probably encounter with some libraries that's doing that, like from a CJS only library to a ESM only library, like FindUp or like Syndra's packages basically look like that. But it's basically like if there's existing library, and it will cost a lot to migrate from CJS to ESM. But I totally agree that for a new package, you can go ESM only, because you don't break the existing user, because you don't have an existing user. And having ESM only actually helping the JavaScript ecosystem to moving forward to ESM, which is a standard, which is more easier to be static analyzed. So I mean, it's a good call, and I'm kind of agree with that. It's okay, because this is a new thing, and this is a new thing, and people will migrate to new thing. But yeah, so they will try new things. So, but they don't. They can't get rid of the technical debate they used to have. So that would be good. So cross runtime everywhere where JavaScript works provide a runtime agnostic registry for JavaScript and TypeScript code. So I guess Dino will just directly run the TypeScript code. I don't know. Okay. So we'll see. I think this is something that we need to test it out to see how it works. And okay, it's a superset of npm. Okay, cool. So it still use node modules. Has many features that aim to helping module publish becomes more productive. Easy publishing with a single command. Okay, those are features. Cool. Fast, secure, and reliable. Okay. 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 So I think I think it's still not really clear what the problem npm has. I think the problem npm has is probably the technical debate, and there's so many packages basically broken on different environments, or they just assume they only working in front end. Well, that's node module package manager. The node package actually wasn't designed for running on browser. They were designed for running on node. Well, that's because like we use node for front end, we ship the code or ship the library code to the front end. So you might have some problem. And so getting rid of CJS and to be ESM only, and also like pushing the library to be firmware agnostic. I think that's a too good call. And yeah, so I'm sorry, it's a bit long, so I will need to take some time to read it. Okay. All right. So so I think those two factors are kind of good enough to say we can create a new registry. Actually, we as a maintainer with a library also, we are looking for someone to do it. So I'm kind of excited to see these things coming out. But we'll see, because like from my point of view, those two factors or TypeScript as well. So those three factors are kind of important to us. But I think like for people to migrate from a existing tool to a new tool, my point of view is like you'd be like 10% or 20% better is not enough. You have to be a lot better for people to overcome the migration cost or the time they effort to spend to do so, to in order to get a new thing. So we'll see. Like I think like basically the human nature is like we want to stay stable. We want to be in the comfort zone that we are familiar with all the things that are already existing working. So it takes quite an effort to see how users were willing to sacrifice their times or the misalignment between like two ecosystem in order for those like three or more benefit the JSR provides. And we'll see. I think like for example like GitHub pages, GitHub packages. I'm not so sure if you have heard about it. And this is basically failed, and because it does not provide much does not provide enough benefit for people to do the cost to migrate to it. And I think basically no very little npm library authors are pushing to GitHub pages. GitHub packages. I'll just let you know. So I think here, so for example here, do I have packages here? So so for example here, I just hidden it, and here you have a package, and this allows you to publish your dist file. Like this is like GitHub packages, and it's actually quite nice because it supports different type of packages. npm is part of it, but yeah, okay. I saw someone like saying that this is useful for private packages in corporation. Okay, I didn't thought about that way. I think that makes sense, and because I'm not a GitHub enterprise user, so okay, that's cool. Okay, so get back to the JSR thing. So I think I roughly read a little bit about things. So I think it's a complete new registry. So the existing package, I mean they'll have a different name for all the existing package. So and so here, okay. So this is a bit detailed, but I will know like native JSR import the JSR schema, and this is only Dino supporting that. Okay. Compatible layer. Okay. So the compatible layer seems to be here. It's like this, I suppose. Yeah. So basically, if you're trying to install a package like lookup/flag, in npm it will be looking like it was starting with the @JSR scope, and then the scope will be converted to 2 lowercase for that case. I mean, this is a bit ugly, to be honest. Yeah, on reading. So I guess it should be possible to have a node loader to support JSR prefix as this. Well, that's automatically resolving to this. And so like as your source code, it should looks a little bit nicer and a better scope instead of having this weird convention. But I mean, this thing just out for 2 days. So if they are not going to do it, I probably give it a try. And because this to me is a bit annoying, but let's ignore it for now. So it basically to say, okay, what is @1? @1 is version, right? So okay, I think I skipped a little bit too much. So here, in order to do it, it basically like you create an npm rc. I suppose the CLI will create it for you. So it will say that all the packages under JSR are going to this npm.jsr IO registry. And so that's when you install a JSR prefix package, it will asking JSR to see if there's a package for that. So this is a new namespace for all the packages under JSR. And this is basically a compatible layer. Well, that's I think ultimately we will see if Node would support that, or we will find a loader for doing that. But I think eventually, I think this makes sense. We have a column to prefix and to prefix the scope of the package, and then we have the package name. So this is like if you have this package, like it can be existing on npm to a totally different package. So just aware that all the naming is different. So okay. So it's explained well. I don't know. I wouldn't read it, but if you are interested, I suppose this has a very detailed description of how it works, which is nice. Cool. So okay, the scoring is an interesting thing. I'm still in doubt of it, but I would imagine it will be improve over time. So here, if you go to the main page, you will see, okay, there's a feature packages. I know this org, how to pronounce. It's HTTP server for Dino, and this has been existing for a while before this registry has exist, but it was for a Dino thing, and it works for Node as well. Okay, impressive. It has a score for 100. So the scoring system is interesting. I think it's quite nice because it's transparent. It tells you like how you got the score and why you are losing a point or something. So it basically says you have the README, you have some examples, or module doc. I think it's JS doc, right? And in all entry point, and have stocks for most symbols. Okay, I think this will be a tough one. So this is 80% of your package symbol. I suppose symbol are exported things, right? And then I'm not so sure about this. I don't understand how to justify the slow type. I mean, this is not really important, but we will figure it out later. Yeah, I'll just skip it. So we'll see. We'll push some package, and okay. Okay, someone says I skip a lot. Yes, I skip a lot, and I actually, for me, I totally understand why it's ugly. But I mean, I understand the thing. So I'm just saying that if you want to read more technically, you can read it, and well, it should be possible later to come up with some package to support the better convention, the name scope things. So I'm just thinking that's just bring you up, and I mean this is a big thing. I'm probably not going to dig out very detailedly. I think I kind of prefer to do to kind of learn a little bit, and then we will see how it works in action. Okay, so okay, the scoring system, I'm still in doubt, but I think this can be improved because I think this is some part of the things that you consider if a package is good or not. But this is like you definitely shouldn't to say okay, this package is 100%. I'm going to use this package. There's a lot more factor you should consider compared to package. This is something like just like at the very technical level, it fulfills some requirement. But yeah, so I think let's get started with how we could. Okay, what is flag? Is this a package available? I suppose yes. Okay. So let's try. I don't really know how to start. So for me, like I'm still a Node user, so I would like to see how it works for Node. So I'm going to create a new package, like a new repository, and so let's say JSR test. Yeah. Okay. So so we'll do JSR test. All right. So it's an empty one, and okay. So here now comes to be an interesting thing. Okay, there's like only Dino. Oh, I'm sorry. This package only works for Dino. Okay. So wait. So how should I get started? Do I have a filter to see like if I'm going to use a well this is those packages are pretty new to me. Okay, cool. So let's try. I'm using pnpm, so let's try pnpm, and I'll just copy these things. Can I just like file this command up without package.json? Okay, pretty cool, and it's fast. I mean, so here it adding these things first, and okay. So this package JSON is very clean, and I think suppose this package does not have any dependencies. Okay. Oh, this is a very simple package. All right. So it got the d.ts. I'm not so sure if this is published or generated by JSR, but looks interesting. This is like looks like a very standard Node package. Okay, the homepage is like jsr.io. Okay, cool. So only one package we have, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So that means here to say if I'm going to create a index.ts file, and I'm going to import. So I suppose I should import from. Oh wait. So here I think I think I should just install TypeScript, right? Ah, sorry. It should be .d. I shouldn't install it globally for some reason. I don't know why I did that. So if I go to restart extension host, would I get a result? So okay, so by default it's already doing the renaming for me. So that means I could directly import this package. Okay, so for the published code, I can find it here. Okay, thanks for the reference. Okay, this is the source code they published. So, okay, I'm not so sure if it's too early to ask, but does it support type tsconfig? If it stays, if say like I have some like the passes, or like I have some like an alias, or like I have some like special configuration for my TS file, would that be considered when doing the transpiling? And supposedly I should ship the tsconfig with the package as well, right? Okay, so it basically ship a lot of things. It ships examples, and those are not coming through the package. I think the package itself is like just 3 file. Okay. So Lucas says depends on the config. On upload, we will check the TS is compatible. Okay, that's interesting. Well, I think later we'll publish some package to try. And so I'm still not getting these things resolved. So I probably should create a TS config. And I'm sorry. Is a compiler option, compilation option? No. So module ES next? No next? So module resolution, should I use bundler? I mean, okay, we got the types. And what does it expose? So I think one of the cool thing I think here, yeah, it's really nice because it's generating a nice documentation for you. I like it because I'm lazy. Okay. So, okay, here is the example in Dino. So Dino actually preferred, I mean, Dino download the package on the fly, right? So it doesn't really you doesn't really need to install it. Oh, do you? But I mean here, supposedly I could use one of these, and then I can do a console log. Okay, it's basically like that. Oh, okay. Then it's it's trying to emit the Dino thing. Okay, cool. But I mean, here is only for Dino, and for Node it's not here. I'm not so sure if it's a good idea or not. If you click npm here, if you can transpile this example to be a Node compatible thing like remove JSR flag or something. But I mean, I think the best way is like to get Node to support this prefix. But yeah, I don't know, that would be too much to do something with the Node itself. So okay. Okay, so are we trying to support this convention? I mean, support this prefix, or the goal is to get rid of it? I'm curious because I saw that I think yesterday or at some point I was checking the documentation, and it says that we should do the renaming ourselves. But seems like the new package is doing the renaming automatically. But anyway, I kind of like that. But I would like to see how it works if there's like naming collection conflicts, naming conflicts. But okay, I think I should probably run JSR, I guess. And we can have a like that. Okay, it's actually calling a function, should I? Okay, it's actually a function, yes. And actually, okay. Cool. I mean, it works. And really interesting. So I think that's how it's supposed to work, and it's nice. But then I'm thinking that's because that would be hard to wait. If you have a if I have a dependency like this, if I publish to JSR, but I mean JSR has a different package JSON, right? So so let's try. If I'm going to publish a node building, okay. Okay, it's JSR.json. So let's expose something. Let's do a little bit better one. So, okay. So I suppose I should do some documentation to this, right? I'll count on Compatibility to do it. Okay. Okay, if I doing this and if I create npm like a node readme, and so I suppose the scope should be test add test package JSON. All right, and I should create a JSR.json, and I think at this time I don't have a autocomplete yet, right? So I have my own namespace and have a test add. And okay, what do we have? Version and expose. Okay, I like the as expose is actually the first citizen. That's really nice. And okay, so I'm going to point 0, 0. Okay, 0, 0, 0. Okay, I and name field, version field, expose cells. Okay, this is a node compatible expose, I suppose. And creating a scope and package. Okay, verify it. So do I need to like specify how many files I would like to do? So for example, like I'll take a ulo.txt and some random file. Okay, so what I'm going to do is probably going to publish it. So it's JSR publish dry run. Let's do dry run. Downloading JSR binary. It's written in Rust. Okay. So I see the file is being actually included, and my pnpm block is actually included. I mean, this is not what I expect, but okay. So I'm not so sure if like the package.json files are supported, but let's see. No, it's not supported. Did I make a typo? No, I didn't. So does this has to ignore things? Publish from ignoring file. What? Git ignore. Include. Okay, include is actually a better name than files. I would agree, yes. But still not. So I think it's a relative path. Like that. Nope. Okay. Wait. Publish, include. So it's by default it's including everything and it's exclude. Wait, so I need to exclude first, right? So I need to exclude everything like that, and then it doesn't work. Shouldn't include has a higher priority. There's no file now. I'm confused. Okay, include. Ignore all file and only selectively include certain file. Yes. I think that's what I expect, right? With files. And I don't have any files. So yeah, supposedly I should create a git ignore first and have a node modules this. I don't have this at this moment, but I now can create a git init. I may run into a bug. Okay, good to know. So I kind of prefer like I don't know. I suppose like it should be minimal as. What I mean is like I think the exclude should be by default all the things when include has something, because like in npm it has files and you can specify that's how many files you want to have. Well, in this case, I think when I say include index.ts, I would expect that only these files are included, but that'll be fine. And readme is not included. Okay, wait. So how should I exclude? So I should exclude like this. Okay, that's right. So if I'm going to do this and I'm going to do so, I'm basically ignoring all the txt. Oh wait, running the wrong command. Try run. Okay, json.json. Okay, so should I commit package.json as well or not? Because you have jsr.json, it supposedly should override package.json when user downloads, right? Okay, I'm just for curious. Let's publish with package.json as well. So I mean, here is like totally messed up, right? So and some random thing. Okay, let's do it like this. And so in case like if I'm going to publish a JSR only package, I supposedly I would do private so it doesn't go through npm. And okay, so if I do this, it'll go okay. So should I put the publish button? Okay, let's do it. I hope I can remove the package later. Okay. Okay, nice. You go through this UI. Great. Okay, approval. Okay, you have approved publishing. Okay, it's published. So, okay. Wait. Oh, it's not yet finished. Picking no, I already published, right? I already published. But I go to overview. It says I'm not done. Must be semi-verb format. Publish method. But I did already. Overview. It's taking time to generating. I would like to see my score. 0. It's not yet. Without the 0. Okay. Good. Yeah. I'm happy if what I'm doing is helpful. So yeah, what I'm adding this -0 is like in semiverse, basically you can do anything, and what a common thing you will see is a beta.0 or beta.1, something like that. Well, this is actually allows you to do anything. And when you do -0, I suppose this means like if you like install something with this, and it will say like it allows all the beta version or any text around it. And yeah, so I should remove it because I think that -0 will be lower than 0.0.0 when you do the sorting, semiverse sorting. So I'm thinking that I should reserve this like a non-prefix version. Okay, so anyway, I'll do it. Okay, approve. Okay, good. And it has a function. Okay, and my how to say, my JS docs coming here, and you have a number. Okay, reference to. Okay, this is interesting. Yeah, I like that it has a built-in docs, so it saves a lot for us to write the docs because we can tell people to just reference to the JS doc. That's really nice, and I like it. So far we publish it, and we see the files, and okay, this is something I sneak in. Okay, good to know. Pre-release. Okay, I shouldn't do. So I can yuck. That's it. What happened? If I do this. Is this working or still working in progress? Okay, anyway, I'm not hurrying doing that. So okay, we have the score already. Has examples in README or published docs. Yeah, I like that it's a fresh new design. And okay, what is this? On the top of the module file and including the module tag. Now I'm happy to experiment things. So it basically I would like to say JSI is saying recommend user to have examples in JS docs. Okay, I think that's a not bad idea. So basically what we have is like here, like this, right? And I mean, I should remove this. Probably, okay, I'm messing it up. Okay, what I can have is like module, and so this module only expose and add function, and that will be test add, right? And it will be I mean, yeah. So yeah, I think the thing is like I should try how I can install it back. So so basically, supposedly the package.json is ignored even though it's being published to the thing. So okay. So if I'm going to publish again, I would like to see how it should break, right? Pushing in progress. Okay. Skipping. Okay, it's not even a hard error. I mean, it can be useful in a case in monorepo that you only want to publish the package that changed. And so here, supposedly I should bump the version. Okay, and now I do that again. So it's every time I navigate to this page. Okay, so supposedly I should have a better score. No. Okay. Okay, this is being removed. Nice. It has a cool. I like that. Has a little bit visual effect. So the README in form of a code block had a description. At least one runtime is marked as compatible. So I think currently you basically need to specify that what runtime you are supported. But I support that it's a pure function. It should work for any runtime. Okay, so okay, we got extra score and description. And description is inside the js.config, right? Okay, so actually it's not really hard to reach the 100%, to be honest. So just adding some readme, adding a description, and okay, so I'm publishing the TypeScript file directly. So now that's trying to install it back to Node. So it's a JSR add like that. Okay, it works. And then let's go to the file. And in the Node modules, I have this package. Okay, it's also generating source map. That's quite nice. And supposedly you should have type module. Okay, this is being injected automatically. And so basically the package.json, the original package.json is ignored. Okay, I think if it's ignored, I would prefer it to be not published. And is this JSR JSON useful? Should I publish it? Because when I ignore things, it seems to be it's not. It's a meta. It's like something that's the CLI read and send to the registry. But actually, I don't need to ship these things, right? And okay, it does not come with any other files. So the README is being removed. So that's interesting. tsconfig is also being removed. Well, where I can ship it. So here comes to another problem. If we're going to do something with, okay, let's try. So so here we have these things like a text file, right? And if we're going to, sorry, here, if I'm going to uncomment this, so it should ship with the package. And what I would suppose is like if I'm going to say this is a static asset and or a WASM file, I'm not so sure if like WASM is being treating specially, but to a text file, I think that's can be represented as like a random file or anything. So if I'm going to do like file, so this is a node promise. Okay, so in order to get this work, I need to install the types for node. Is that which is actually, I don't know if I'm using file system. Should I consider? Let's try. Anyway. So export function read, and then we have that. So we basically read file, and the file should be to say I should like new URL. Let's do URL. So which is a YOLO.text, right? And then I put the import.meta.url, which is the current URL of the file. This is a standard, I suppose. I think this is standard. So this should be universal. I think the only node specific part is this file system. But I suppose that's Dino or Bang should have a shim for it. So it should work. But anyway, the point is not this file system. I would like to try if this this asset file is actually getting through, because you still sometimes need to read some files or the WASM. Oh, okay. Okay, so let's try another thing is okay, a JSON. So data.json. And I don't know how many runtimes are actually support importing JSON. Okay, that's not doing it. Let's do once a time. And so basically read. And we suppose like when we read, we should get the content of the URL. And so if we do publish, sorry, so it's a JSR publish dry run. Huh. Okay. That's pretty cool. Okay. It requires you to. Okay, this is actually nice. I like that. It says like you should put the return type. So the TypeScript does not need to verify all the things inside. And this is nice. And I like this. And then you just like read local. Okay. So supposedly I should be good. And then I bump the version. And I do another publish. Approve. Okay. So now I should have this file and this file. This is a raw file. Yeah. And then I should try to install it again and bump the version, install it. All right. Okay. So here I think I come to the problem is like this file is not being shipped. So from my point of view, I think this is a cool feature, but I just feel that, how to say, it's like the registry is doing too much to the package. And it could be a good thing in a way. So this will be a runtime error, I suppose. Yeah. So we could try. So we can try .ts and import from my name. And then we have a read, right? Then we can have a console log, await, read. And then we can run it with try.ts. A top level is not supported. Oh, I'm sorry. I should try to make it as a type module. Yes, so the file is not exist. Yeah, no such file. And I'm not so sure if there's any way to say the file is actually I would need it. So docs, publishing, rule built-in and support, simple file name. File name must be, okay, this is nice. Valid cross-file import. All the relative import between modules in your package must resolve at build time. The format supports subfiles depends on whatever the package. What does that means? So I mean, it's nice to kind have pure packages, but I suppose not all the packages are pure. Only ships the modules in the module graph. So that means static asset would not work. And so Wasm would not work either. Or because Wasm is not yet supported in native ESM, so you cannot really import a Wasm file. So usually people would read it or like do a HTTP request to get a binary and initialize it. So that means usually package with a WASM, they would do relative paths. Well, that's I'm already doing it in a modern way to say it's a new URL or something. Okay, really cool. It's been fixed JSR. So I mean I'll go to the GitHub to see. It's in the PR 56. That's okay. What's that mean? It's a directory. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to read it and see what's the context. Okay, so it's working in progress. Okay, I'm looking forward to it because I'm thinking that's because I don't really want to have a like JSR package that relies on legacy node package, node npm package. I think what I see is like this is a good chance for us to start a clean JavaScript community. But that would require a lot of times for all the package to migrate. And so what I'm thinking is like I could publish some like dependency free package first, like pure packages. So uh so I'm thinking that probably we can do it with Shiki or Uno CSS, which are pure, I suppose, in the core. So so I'm thinking to do this, and this exports. Okay, but also there's a problem. Even though this is like a dependency free, we have a lot customized build. So I mean the rollup config isn't that simple, and I'm not so sure because it also it bundles JSON, it bundles WASM, and so I supposedly I would publish the dist rather than the TypeScript file, or rather than the source file. So I mean we could try, and so we go to. So I think we are trying the things. So I'm looking forward to have the static asset coming in, and now I think we need to see that how if we can publish a JS file, a native JS file, would that be transpiled by JSR or not? I mean, either way will be fine, but that's right, that's right. So I'm going to check into Shiki's repo, and I mean Shiki is not a it's rather complex in a way, and but I think it's at least it's a pure ESM. So we could publish the core, and the actual Shiki package will be more complicated. But let's try to with the core. So I'm trying to see so we can have feed try JSR, and then we can go into the packages core. So we can run a build, right? And the build should generating all the files in MJS. Oh, interesting. So would the JSR support MJS? I'm curious. So I do a JSR thing, right? And then we could have this. So we do JS. Shiki, I have this scope, and let's do a text in order to make sure, and then we do 0.0.0. And so description, I think this counting as the part of the score, and then we will have the export. And should I just copy it? So we have types, types. Okay, would this work? And then we have exclude. So we exclude all the things, and we only include the dist, right? The dist and all the files. And we can run JSR publish dry run. Huh. The path of dot must be a string. Does not support conditional export, which is a shame. But let's see that how it resolve the TypeScript. I mean, we don't have a CJS export, so ideally that should be fine. We just remove all the things. And okay, this type is only a type only export. And what would happen? Like this. Okay. Okay, I'm just giving up to export the directory. Module not found. Okay, this is a type only thing. But I mean, I couldn't ship the source file because the source file has a lot more things. And like, for example, here I have a Wasm inline, which I will import the Wasm file. And this is a node module, and I will bundle it. And this is being transpiled by rollup with the binary array buffer. So I couldn't directly ship the source file. And also we have a vendor file, vendor code from this repository, which is CJS, and we convert it to ESM. And okay, so I'm giving up to publish the types. So let's try. Okay. So so add a type declaration. So it does not resolve DTS file, d.mts file. I guess that's the case, right? So I need to change out my TS, my rollup config. So I suppose in order to do this, in order to publish both to npm and JSR, I would need two rollup config, because or maybe I would hope the later JSR would support MJS or MTS convention. Okay, great, good to know, and good to know it'll be fixed. And okay, so I will try to build again. So this time it should be all the JS and the DTS thing. Nope. Okay, here is MJS. Wait, why? Okay, now it's JS and DTS. And then we could remove the MJS extension. And what we do is try dry run. Okay. But I mean, I have that, right? That's not auto infer. Okay, let's go to. Should I just like to say, should I just publish it? Is that the slow type checker is not referencing it, or I mean, how can I specify that's the types file? Okay, it seems like there's a lot of work to do. Yeah, good luck. I have to add. There'll be no benefit to JSR. I mean, I think bundling of TypeScript isn't okay. Good, thank you. So it's like adding reference to it. Okay, this will be a bit annoying. I guess I cannot set it up in. So I think supposedly this should be automatically in. How do I do reference? So it's a path, all types. So .d.ts. I think we will need a. Okay, it's gone. Okay, that's nice. So at least it works, right? So here TextMate. I need a rollup plugin to do it for me. I mean, this will get ripped when I rebuild. But okay, I can do it manually for now. So yeah, so we have here index, something like that, right? So if I do rerun, oh, okay. So I think running into the bug previously, it's like the include and the exclude is not working. So I suppose it would do source all the same, task all the same, and vendor all the same. Yeah. And then what? I suppose it should be fine. JSX and TSX are not supported, but I mean I already okay, but I made a typo. Vendor. Okay. Okay, those have wait. So include. Okay, it's reading. Okay, it's reading my git ignore. So my dist files are ignored. Okay, I can't get it working. Okay, so I guess I cannot get it work. Oh, okay. We can try. We can try. I'll remove the dist here. Okay, now I have it. Dist. Okay. Okay, I need to remove it in my git code. Ignore. Okay. Roll up config mjs. I don't need to publish it. But I hope this will fix soon. So basically now I have all the files as supposed to be working. Yeah, I mean this is a bug. They will fix it. I'll just work around. I just really want to get these things published and to see if it works. And okay, it's going to my another window, but it's just the same as before. I just approve of it. Okay. I will drag it here. I got this thing. Oh wait. Okay, I got this arrow to say this thing is not here. And this is also a little bit annoying then, because TypeScript generating those files. So supposedly I will just create a dummy file. I hope that will work. And export nothing. Because this is a type, and TypeScript will just convert all the JS file to TS. So TypeScript will resolve it correctly. But I mean, this file does not really exist. I'm not so sure who to blame, but this is how TypeScript being designed. So let's try again. Approve. Still, chunk token. Okay, I have another file. So chunk tokens.js. Again. Approve. All right, I got it. Did I got all the docs? Okay. Okay. I think the UI can be improved a little bit, but cool. I like that can be like later maybe I can even reference to these things. So failed attempt. Interesting. Okay. So I have a very poor score. Okay, 80% is very high, but yeah, I think I should make it better. Okay, the module docs in all entry point, at least one runtimes are compatible. Okay, so now we got this working. We can try if this actually work. So go to our test and then we go to JSR and my JSR and my new package. Okay, and then I'll add the actual Shiki, so I can get the files working. So we can in the try, we can try the Shiki core, and we can get highlighter core. And can I get the okay? What's some inline? Okay. So we can get a highlighter. Sorry, highlighter. Wait, get highlighter core, and here is a low Luasa. No, the type is not working. It works. Just the top level. Wait. I already have this. Why? It says like a target. So I need to do a target. ESM next. That work? Okay, it works. But I don't get the type for some reason. Okay. Let's check the node modules. I think I'm doing a little bit too much. This. Okay, those files are familiar files. But the chunk DTS are lost. Okay. That means I should do a reference here as well. Right. And then I do chunk index. And then I do here as well. No, here. And this is the tokens. And types as well. So that means here I also need to do it. Okay, this is not easy. Okay, so in that way, I think I should also export the types. Okay. So let me do a version 1 release. Pull. Okay, and then I have it. So I bump the version here. I like the overall experience. It's very fast. Okay, so now let's check the disk. It should work. Okay. Okay, this file is missing the types, but would that work? Okay, now let me restart the server. So, okay, now I have it. Nice. So then I just import these things. It's Shiki. And because this is a core, so it does not have come with any language. So I need to import the languages from. So this is length. So let's do TypeScript then. So I'll do from the node module, length and TypeScript thing. Okay, the type is not compatible because it's coming from 2 package, but it should work. That seems. Dark plus, no. We do vtars dark, okay, like that. And then we have a code, console log, hello JSR, basically like this. And HTML would be code to and this thing, and the lang is to be TypeScript. Thing is like this. And then how should I do it? Let's write to the file. Okay. If this will work, that would be awesome. And so we do is no try ts. Okay. Amazing. It actually works. Okay. That's really nice. So I can show the preview. You see, this is being correctly highlighted. So that's really nice. At least it works, but actual effort. But I suppose the JSR will work. The JSR team will fix them. And now it's basically got Shiki working. And I hope this will also work on the browser. I mean they have a browser usage, right? A CDM version. Browser usage. Do we? Denote everything else? Native JSR import. Compatible layer. So do they have a CDN thing? Denote import map. I don't know. Vite. Okay. Vite has a standard encoding. Hello. Yeah. Okay. I mean, we'll see. So yeah, I think some tooling still need to be figured out. And okay, you don't supposed to use it as a real CDN, but I'm looking forward to it. So I think in order to really moving all the Shiki packages to JSR, it's like we probably need to do some tooling, and I will probably do some. And what I'm drinking, I'm drinking iced latte. So yeah, so we'll see, and I will probably make some tools for it. But I hope like it can be adding more, I don't know, npm compatibility. It's like I would support that I would assume that the conditions or some things would work, and yeah, So currently, in order to use it in a node package, I mean, if you're going to publish a node package with node, to say I think it's still like package.json is still necessary to install all the the node packages, and then you have a jsr.json only for publishing. I suppose that's the case. But yeah, I don't mind. I think that's a very good idea. And also, like, actually, I kind of agree with the separation of the package.json and publishing thing, because they shouldn't be inside together. Like a lot of things like dev dependency, they shouldn't ship into the package. They shouldn't be shipped into the user's table they download anyway. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to it. And I mean, it's fast as well. Maybe because it's small at this moment, but very cool. So what I hope is like all the underlying packages migrate to JSR in a way, and so that higher level packages can then publish like Vite. I mean, Vite bundles a lot of code itself. Oh wait, Vite actually still supports CJS, so I guess the CJS is not allowed. So I guess it's a wow, so many so many things I didn't know. Okay, very cool. So I think there's a long way to go. I mean, it's currently, I think it's always bundling your app, right? In a way, I think it's already been transpiled this far. Oh, it's shipping access? I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell if it's being transpiled or not. It seems to be not. It seems to be the file it is. But yeah. Yeah, I know you can have a package, you can have a dependency of npm packages. But what I feel is like that can defeat the point of having a different registry. If to say only this package is on JSR, but I mean it takes time and it has to be something like that. It's like to be inside the middle ground. But yeah, I think what I'm expecting is like a more clean tree, because like you see that when you're importing a npm package, it can grab like hundreds of legacy package, like do the shim for the runtime, like adding object assign or something capability, some language capability to the thing. So yeah, I think between like before, like in the transition process, yeah, it is in a unavoidable to have something like a JSR package depends on npm1 or so. But I mean, if we're going to use the, from my point of view, it's like if I'm going to use npm packages, if I'm going to use npm dependencies, I actually would just use npm in a way. But I mean, for like maybe like for creating a new package, I would try the TypeScript only option. It might be nice. Yeah. Without a build tool. But for me, like build tool is still very nice because it allows me to do a lot of things. Like renaming things, injecting some flag that's being tree shake away after a bundle, something like that. Like it feels like currently it makes sense to have a like very small pure package to have to publish the source file directly. to JSR, but for heavy customized build process package, it's still really hard. I think we still like in those cases we still will publish the JS file and with the DTS. And yeah, I don't know. I think it takes time to shift the mind to say you don't need all these things. Like because like for us it's like you have the JS file and DTS, which is very normal, and we don't really feel bad about them, or like we don't feel it's complicated to set up. Yeah, but to understanding a new thing or the convention that JSR introduced, it will require a little bit effort. But I mean, it's probably like all the build tools should insert these things automatically. But I'm not so sure like reference is a good idea or not, because it's actually important. But I mean, I don't know enough with TypeScript either. I don't know how it works. Okay, I think that's it for today. And I mean, we successfully published Shiki to JSR that you can consume already, but in a way, yeah. Okay, very nice. Good to hear. So you don't need the reference comment later this week. Okay, I'm looking forward to it. I hope I didn't give you too much pressure. I mean, it takes time, and it's really understandable that it's just a tool for 2 days, right? It's just a new tool coming up to for 2 days, and there must be a lot to fix. But I mean, I'm just excited about it. So yeah, I'm see. Oh yeah, I'm actually don't know like if the JSR. I mean the JSR is that in JavaScript, in Rust. Okay, that's a bad news for me. Uh, yeah, that would be a kind of barrier for me to contribute. Uh, if the tool is in Rust, but I mean probably I should start learning Rust now. Yeah, yeah, the front end. I can fix the front end, I guess. The rest of this readme. Okay. This repo is created 4 days ago. Okay, yeah. And also like thank you for coming and doing these things with me. And yeah, and thank you, Luca, for answering all my random questions. Yeah. It must be busy to working on these things. I'm looking forward to it. Ready. Oh yeah, no background music. I mean, that's my style. I don't play music, and I also give the chance for you to play your own music. So I don't force you to listen my music. Yeah. All right. So if you have any question, we could do a little. I mean, if you have questions on JSR, I think probably Luca will answer you. But I mean, I I I don't have enough context. But anyway, oh yeah, that's the question I could answer. What's my VS Code file sim? What is file sim? So you can find my setup as and if you use, there's a GitHub repository, and yeah, here you have a link. Here you have a repository thing. So I kind of list all the thing, all the fonts I'm using. Yeah. So I'm not so sure what's the file thing, but if you are saying the highlighting thing is a VTest thing, I I made it myself. So I have my account, Okay, I have my Shiki package here. Okay, I only have 17 score. I mean, okay. I can get a free score here. This is definitely supported. I'm so sure. Oh, description is here. Oh, I saw that I put the description in the JSR and it doesn't work. Okay, so I add this description. I get more score. Is that? Okay, I'm from 17 to 35. No slow types are used. It says this package use no slow types, but I still got 0 score. Has dogs for most symbols. Okay, this is example. Okay. Uh, what's the main selling point of JSR compared to NPM? Hmm, I guess. Um, the registry force you to have a very high standard of your packages, and then oh wait, I mean it can be a high standard and it can be a new like a new community because npm was so old and that a lot of packages are published before a lot of concepts are being even created. To say that initially is only for node and it doesn't consider I mean the ESM module doesn't exist at this moment and currently there's a quite a messing up with the CJS and ESM thing. So this kind enforce you to use TypeScript and ESM, and that probably means the package here will be like interchangeable, like works better for for the other platform and browsers as well. I think as a user, there shouldn't be much effort to use JSR or npm. If the package is published as JSR, you just install it, and it will work. I mean, it's just like I think currently if the with the this naming alias thing, you just commit your npm rc file like this, and then it should be transparent to you in a way. It doesn't really. It's just like these things are a little bit long. Rather other than that, yeah. Other than that, I don't think to the user there's much different. But I think to the module, to the library authors is a quite different thing to work with. And it takes some time uh, for the tool to be mature and also the ecosystem to be catch up. But eventually, I think that would be a nice thing to have. And also, I kind of like the idea. It's like if you're going to create a new scope and you see that I have a quota to see that I already like I think usually you can create only 3 scope. and you need to ask for increased request. Like this kind of prevents people to squatting on some packages, and also like all the packages are scoped, I suppose. So you don't have a bare package to you don't have a bare package, so all the things is scoped. So you don't need to worry about that package being taken by someone else. Well, that's they are not really doing anything, but they just keeping that name, which is shame. But now it's like because everybody can only create a limited number of scope, and if you need to increase your the number of scope you have, you need to ask, and then it's actually quite nice. It prevents prevent abuse, as it says. So yeah. Okay, I'm on the page. Cool. Oh yeah, I think it's definitely more future proof in a way. Yeah, I think that's also like it's the case is always that design is hard, and you cannot really design something for the future if you don't know where the future is going. So I'm not saying that npm is bad or JavaScript CJS is bad. It's just like a historiological, how to say it. I mean, it's just a something in a legacy, but what we have today is all built on top of the things that we had before, and once we tried, we know what to improve, and then later we have something better. Yeah, I think it should be easier for authors to publish to JSR for sure, and this is a gap between like a good tool and we like I think it's there are definitely some work to make the tool better and make the publish easier. Yeah, that's also true, I think. But also like packages too. But I think in a way, if the JSR really uh becomes something, that becomes something people would use, and if you have a package that's on JSR and some like higher level framework or something they want to use, they want to also support JSR, and then that means that they're probably looking for some existing dependency on JSR. I'm not so sure, but I'm just saying that they actually have more chance to do in a way it's like a competition. I don't know. It's like you can create a new packages that are better than the older one, or that the yeah. I'm just don't know about it, but I mean it's also always the case. Is like people prefer what they have, and the new thing is always a pen at first, but later we will see. I think we will yeah. I think we will see, and it might pay it off or not, but at least I think we should try it as a module author. We should try it and we should push these things forward. Otherwise, we will stuck on npm all the time because it's this is only thing in npm currently is the only thing we have, and it can be a single point of failure, or like it can becomes a bottleneck for the ecosystem to grow at some point. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and not necessarily this approach. I mean, if we're going to explore this field, and it can be a different way to do it, and maybe someone else would also create a new registry, and I mean, it just like it'll be a mess. I know it'll be like, should you choose npm young or pnpm, or should you choose npm or JSR or the other registry later. But we'll be through that field. Like we have a lot of different choice, and we'll figure out what is actually the best way we have. Which one is the best we want, and that one will become popular, and that's how you iterate new ideas. And I think it's a good try. And yeah. So okay, so that's already 2 hour, almost 2 hour. So I think we could call it a day. And yeah, and I hope this give you some impression to JSR, and yeah, we'll see. And hope you have a good day. And for the future of the live stream, I think I will still do a little bit random. So whenever I have idea, this will be like a soft that we're just trying stuff, or if I'm going to build a new package. And actually later, if I'm going to build a new package, I might try JSR from the starting point, to see how it feels different from migrating a existing project package to it. Yeah. So yeah, thank you, and I guess I will see you the next time. And if I'm going to do the streaming, I think I will make the streaming schedule, live schedule, and I'll send things on Twitter or my Discord server, so you can check them out whenever I'm going to do the stream. So it'll be still irregular, like unscheduled things. Okay, so thanks for everybody for coming, and see you around then.